If you're doing what God's given you to do, and yet it seems like you're having to battle irritation and impatience, and you find yourself wondering, what is going on? Where are you, God? Why is this so hard? Well, if that's you, then I've got a devotional thought for you today. Hello, I'm Eddie Lawrence, and in Hebrews 11, which I love that whole chapter, but in verse 7 it says, "And Noah, being divinely warned of things not yet seen, he was moved with godly fear to prepare an ark for the saving of his household." In other words, Noah, he was warned by the Lord, so he's doing what God had given him to do, but it's things that they hadn't seen. Never rained, a boat on dry ground, away from water. Who does that make sense to? But yet the Bible says he moved and he did it, and it resulted in saving his household. Sometimes we're doing what God's given us to do, and it's really hard. It makes no sense. We can't see how it fits together for our lives. But you see, that's just it. We can't see it fully, but God can. We don't know all that's coming, but God does. For Noah, wow, it became the means of salvation, not only for him, but for the people he loved, his household. And so you have to realize in the middle of the hardship, in the middle of the struggle, in the middle of the impatience and the irritation, you have to realize that as you're moving on the word that God's given you, the direction, the guidance that he's provided for you, you can fully trust him who sees all and knows all. And you just have to rely upon that. Your feelings may be screaming one thing, but you've got to let your faith stand in place and declare what God has says. The circumstances around you may be like, this is so hard. There's an easier way out. You have to remember that he makes a way when there seems to be no way. And the easy way, a lot of times, and most often, is probably not the God way. Because he's the God who specializes in doing the impossible. And he does it through imperfect people. Yes, we can become irritated. We can become frustrated. And we have to realize that life is hard sometimes when you're doing what God's given you to do. And it's hard when you're not, right? So Noah did what God gave him to do, and it was a 120-year plan. And sometimes man, I've been at this 2 days, and I don't know if I can do this. No, 120 years. Oh, come on, folks. God is faithful. He will help you. Fight the good fight of faith. Be encouraged today. He says he'd get in a fire with you. When the waters try to overflow you, he will be with you. He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. Things are going to be all right. Keep your eyes on him. Onward, Christian soldier. Press ahead. The reward is ahead of you. God is faithful. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your prayers, your comments, and sharing this post. Let's move forward with him.